So today I'm going to talk about my recovery in hair transplant from day 0 to day 10. And this advice is not my personal opinion. This is the advice of qualified medical professionals, including my hair clinic and some other YouTube doctors, such as Dr. Gary Linkoff of Manhattan, New York. Okay, the first 10 days are very important. Dr. Gary Linkoff considers the hair transplant day to be day 0. On this day, you won't be doing much, but there are things you need to do before your hair transplant. One of the things you absolutely should do is you should take a shower and stay fresh. Use deodorant, use anti-perspirant. This goes without saying, but some people just really need to hear it. You don't want to annoy the doctor or the hair clinic technicians who actually pull out the hair. You want to be fresh. You don't want any body odor or to irritate anyone or anything. Now, they will be drawing your blood, so you should be hungry the morning of. No coffee, no Coca-Cola, no cigarettes, no food, no eggs, no bread, just nothing, nada. They'll be drawing your blood in the morning, so after they draw your blood, you should be able to eat something. Like you might eat a banana or a date or a tuna sandwich or whatever. Also, just be very careful with clothing. You don't want to be wearing like a button up. Like you don't want to be wearing a t-shirt that pulls over your head, because you might actually rub off the follicles, which is extremely dangerous. What you want to do is have like something like this that you can zip up, obviously without the t-shirt. You want to zip up or a button-up shirt, ideally a button-up shirt that you can easily take off or put on without putting it over your head. Okay, and by lunchtime, which is like 12 noon, they should have finished pulling out all of the hair grafts. At that point, you'll be able to take a lunch. It should be provided for you. Make sure you eat it. Make sure you drink a little bit of liquids. You don't need to drink a lot, but just drink something. And if you have a toilet break, make sure you use that. And after you finish lunch, you might need to use a toilet again. If you feel like you don't need to, still do it, because you don't want to interrupt a hair technician or a surgeon in the middle of your surgery. Okay, you don't want to break up the flow. Sometimes these guys are in flow, they're in a flow state, and they're just boop, boop, experts. You don't want to break up that flow at all. After surgery, don't. Well, for the first 10 days, it's actually quite restrictive. It's important, okay? So here are some of the don'ts. Number 1, no sex, no cigarettes, no alcohol, nor any drug that thins the blood, including Tylenol, aspirin. No hats for the first 10 days. No t-shirts. Well, actually, you know what? I actually wear t-shirts, but for the first 2 days after, I don't wear t-shirts. I wear just button-up shirts. The reason why is because after the first 48 hours or so, those hair follicles are now like literally implanted into your head, and the only way to remove them is to surgically remove them. So it's, even if you rub it with a t-shirt after the first 2 days, it doesn't really make a big difference. Like, you're not going to damage your hair follicles. You might irritate them or something, but the risk is not that serious, especially after the first 2 days. But in those first 2 days, make sure you're not wearing t-shirts that pull over your head. Be very careful when entering a vehicle and exiting a vehicle. That is when you're most likely to bump in head on the vehicle. That's the most likely way for you to damage your hair follicles, is entering and exiting taxis or buses or whatever. Next, yes, for the first 4 days, don't be looking down too much, because your head will actually be quite swollen, and that swelling might just come down into your face, and your face will look very, very swollen, especially if they've taken like 5,000 hair grafts. If they've taken less, this is less serious. So when you're looking at the phone, just hold it like this, vertical. Just hold it like this. And you might want to make a habit of that anyways, because it's probably better for your neck. Just hold it like this. Next, avoid the sun. First 10 days, avoid the sun, avoid the rain, avoid dust, avoid wind. Just stay inside your hotel, especially the day of your surgery. Just stay inside your hotel room, watch some Netflix or something, just order room service, chill out. That's all I did. I got kind of bored, so I got up and I walked across the street, like just literally across the street, got myself I needed some protein, so got myself I think it was a liver kebab. I think it was liver. A lot of iron, minerals, protein, that kind of stuff is very important, because you will have lost some blood during this procedure. Don't even take a shower, because you don't want any kind of moisture touching your head, because you might have condensation in the room, in the shower. You might have some kind of settling of water on your head. Just Nothing, nada. Don't even take a shower the day of your surgery. Okay. So you're probably thinking, what can I do after my hair transplant surgery? Well, day zero, the day of your hair transplant surgery, just carefully change your button shirt. That's all you can do. Put on some reapply some deodorant if you need to. You might do like a little stand in the sink and wash your armpits. That's what I did, just quickly. Or you could use a towel. That's what I would do. You can reapply deodorant. You can use baking soda. I use baking soda because I don't like anti-perspirant or deodorant, too many chemicals. Place a protective layer on your pillow because you will have blood on the pillow. The hotel might actually take your deposit if you gave them one. So use a protective layer on the pillowcase. You can get it from the hair transplant clinic. You can go outside, get some fresh air, but do not sweat. Like, don't go for like a 3-4 kilometer hike or anything like that. Just get outside, get some fresh air. Do not smoke a cigarette like some people do. Just stay outside for a second and go back in your room after like 30 minutes or something, or an hour or 2 hours. But don't be sweating. Don't be outside sweating, and avoid like dust and things like that. In a major city like Istanbul, it's easy to get like dust on your hair from vehicles driving by, smoke, all that stuff. Do try to consume some red meat, some steak. Do consume some vitamin C. I consume vitamin C with the peel because the orange peel has like 80% of the vitamin C. So eat that. Eat the whole thing. Vitamin C is actually crucial for healing. Drink at least 2 liters of water and do try to sleep. It'll be very difficult. You'll be on this you'll have this neck pillow thing, and they want you to have absolutely zero contact with the donor area, and of course not with the follicles on top. So they want you to kind of sleep with your neck, just contacting your neck on the pillow. It's really annoying. You might want to try to sleep in a chair, but I'm just telling you, the day of your hair transplant, like that night, you will not sleep very well. You will not sleep very well. Do not be surprised. What I did was, because I couldn't allowed to put the pillow on my donor area, so what I did was I had like this, my head on my chin like this, in my ear, and I was able to have like this pillow without touching the donor area, and certainly without touching the follicles on top. I was kind of able to sleep like this for about an hour or 2 hours, and I would get up, check the pillow for blood, no blood, which is good.